Hi guys, welcome to the Aftershock Project Endgame. This is not your standard showroom. In fact, it's just not a showroom, it's an experience center. And I want to show you guys some really cool aspects of this. First up, when you walk in, you know, the core of Aftershock, their PCs and their laptops. And when you walk in here, this is the largest display of PCs anywhere in Singapore. When you go in, you can see all these different setups, different chassis, so you can kind of figure out what works out for you. So all the different parts that can go into your PC, you can go into different cooling colors, all the different cable sleeve colors. It's pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Laptops is actually how Aftershock started with custom laptops before they expanded into desktops. These guys over here is sort of also, you know, part of the story at Aftershock. And this is the limited edition zone. This is really cool. It's sort of like a museum of all the stuff that Aftershock has done. And when I say limited edition, it really is limited edition. Some of these, like the bubble tea computer with the corgi, there are only 4 pieces of them in the world. When you want a custom PC, it goes well beyond the different components. These are basically your aspirational PCs. It takes a long time to build these. These are handcrafted piece by piece. So one thing Aftershock is really known for are their close partnerships with other brands in Singapore. This includes OmniDesk, Secret Lab, Prism, Nanoleaf. What they've done in these spaces is help you imagine what your home could look like. OmniDesk has created this space to look like a home office. And I personally really like this look. All right, over here, I love these new Nanoleaf panels and the way the colors sync together with the PC and these really warm tones. People think when you have these really teched out setups, it's supposed to be bright colors and it looks a little bit gamer, but honestly, you can have a very different look as well. So if you want more of these wood, warm tones and a little bit more adult maybe, this is where you can come. So OmniDesk will be changing these setups every couple months or less whenever there's something new, so you can keep coming back and seeing what's up. Oh, this is the new OmniDesk Ascent. I love my OmniDesk. The streamer space. So you can see your ideal streaming setup here. When I started getting to streaming for the first time, you have a lot of the same questions. You know, what kind of camera should I get? Do I need a key light? What is a key light? Does it make a difference with a ring light? Do I need a stream deck? Like I see that on stream, so I need that. Do I need a mic arm? What kind of microphone do I get? All these questions come up, and the only way you can do it is that you research piece by piece. It is a very tedious process. You also don't know which articles are advertorials, how genuine some of them are, and honestly, it is very personal as well in what you want to pick. Now, what Aftershock has done is that if you go on their website, they've listed different tiers of streamer gear, so you can get it all packaged in one go. What I think is really interesting about Aftershock is that none of these partners are paid to be here. These are just some of the best in market, and they've narrowed it down for us so we don't have to do all the extra research. So tier 1, for example, might be entry-level streaming. Then there's tier 2, tier 3, and each of them come with a different package. So tier 1 might just come with one of the cameras and maybe a mic. And as you go through the different tiers, depending on the type of streamer you want to be and your budget, they've basically made it as simple as possible for your experience. Now over here, this is a live stream setup, so you can really test out each piece and understand how it works. Oh, you can see me. Hi. So Nanoleaf is here as well, and they have all sorts of different lights that you can choose from. Oh my God. Oh my God, cat ears. Do you think this is my aesthetic? Not really. This is not my usual aesthetic, but it's really cute. You don't see this very often. Razer and Logitech side by side with their mice on both shelves. When you think about the shopping experience, when you're on an e-commerce site, you see all the different products there, you click and put it into your basket. And these days, when you're in a retail store, it's actually not that different if you think about it. You just see all these different boxes stacked up, and you still don't get to interact with the product. What's the difference? And this is where Aftershock has really thought about it, and they're like, you know what? Buying a mouse is very personal. The co-founder used to be a competitor competitive player, and it's a highly personal thing. You buy a mouse and it doesn't quite fit. You know, you end up not using the mouse and you need to buy another one. So to solve this, you can just easily grab one of these off the shelf and connect it to any of these setups here, and you can try it out and to see what works for you. Personally, I've been looking at the Logitech G Pro, so I've been trying it out myself over here, because it's like some of these purchases are not cheap. You kind of want to try it out and find out if it works for you. Same goes for the audio zone. So Aftershock has picked some of the headsets they think is best in market. But there are so many options out there. They were narrowed down to 5. And again, these will keep rotating as new tech comes out. And you got a whole range here. If you go into a Challenger or any of these other stores, it's really hard to test out speakers sometimes. It's all plugged in at the same time. They're all playing music. Like, how do you really discern the difference? Which one do you even start at? So again, they limit the options here. We have the Creative Pebble. I think it's like around $80, and it goes all the way up to these Creative speakers that are around $400. So you can really hear a side-by-side comparison. So I'm gonna go through it. Oops, what the? We are at the Forge, and this is really cool. First of its kind in the world. By the way, the signage was designed by Kim. Fun fact, a little sub nerd in the house. When you buy a custom PC, there are a number of Aftershock clients. They've actually requested to build it. I'm one of those people. There's a video on this where I try to build my own Aftershock PC. So what they decided to do at the Forge, you can book this service. One of their master builders will be here and they can help you build your custom PC together. Either that or he can kind of watch you and fix all your mistakes. This is really cool, so cool. So after you get your PC, you know, stuff is always upgrading. So you can actually just bring in your PC, order off the menu like you're at McDonald's, and just pick what you need on the spot. Oh, who do we have here? Oh, it's co-founder Marcus.
Hey guys.
Marcus Wee.
Like a boss.
Tell us about this portion, because I feel like how you guys have come up with this concept is pretty cool.
So basically, people buying a PC, they always ask us, what monitor do I get for a PC? It's like the most common question, right? People want to match the right monitor to their PC. A lot of people are not familiar with how different resolutions require different graphics cards. Essentially, what we need to recommend people is a monitor that their graphics card can power. So if you're using a 3050, you might want a Full HD monitor. A 3060 handles Full HD very well, but a Quad HD, you have to dial down some settings. 3060 Ti or 3070 Ti would be Quad HD for sure, native. And you know, if you want to play at 4K, you need a 3080 and above. And that's something that we tell a lot of customers, and we've prepared all the data here on the screens on the side, essentially, so when people are looking at the monitor, and we have every single monitor from Full HD to Quad HD to ultra wide to Quad HD with all the features in, which is like basically a top-of-the-line feature-packed Quad HD display, and as well as 4K with all the bells and whistles. So the idea is that people can see everything from the bottom to the top and see the experiences that they'll be getting at each resolution. So that's very traditional. The data is there for them to find out, you know, what kind of FPS they're going to get for each graphics card on the particular monitors. But where this setup becomes really special is when users can look at the monitors first, they can compare the experiences on the different monitors, and they can say, hey, I want to have an experience like this. What kind of PC do I have to build for that? And that's what's interesting about the Experience Center. They can come here, they can look at the end product of the experience they want, and then build a PC to achieve that experience. And that's where I think our system gets really interesting.
You know how I mentioned that Aftershock has some really cool partnerships, cool projects they've been working on? We're gonna unveil their latest and greatest. Are you ready for MASH? Whee! Okay, so custom keyboards is like massively trending around the world right now. But again, just like a lot of the other experiences here, when people are trying to get it, it's not really personalized. Even though it's a custom keyboard, you have to buy the pieces separately, and you have to do a lot of research to figure out what you like. And often you don't even get to touch it until it, you know, arrives in from the mail. Now, MASH is really cool. You can actually come to this space. It looks like a freaking candy store. A candy store of switches. There are so many options here. There are at least 60 different types of switches, at least 30 different varieties of keycaps that you can get. You can also get customized resin keycaps that you can make here. And you can come here and you can actually touch and see what works for you. And you never really know how many options there are until you really have them in front of you and you can try them out. Are you guys ready for some ASMR? So some of you guys like the click. Click. It's so lovely. I like the sound of this one. This one sounds nice. This is a good sound. Welcome to the candy shop. Look at this. These are all like little switches. It's so cute. What I really like about the space is that it's obviously really cool for PC enthusiasts and gamers, but what is also really cool is that it's really approachable for people who are looking into this for the first time. Whether you're trying to get into gaming for the first time or you're trying to get a PC, which by the way, a gamer PC is basically just a really good PC. But also, you know, if you just want to deck out your office, each of these things are an investment. So you can come here, it's just no BS. It's a really honest space where you can touch things, you can feel it, and if you like it, then you go buy it on their website. It's really simple. So that's it. That was the really quick version of this space. I recommend you guys come here and check it out for yourself. Congratulations once again to the Aftershock team on your launch of Project Endgame. This is Sup Nerd, Victoria Chang signing out. See you nerds.